like Shane, we've trained together for a long time. A lot of you have been around at least since the inception of Courage, and like I always really look at like how long we can hold on to people, because I know like getting a black belt takes so much goddamn time and so much suffering on the mat that like if we don't start treating each other well at white belt level, you know, at purple belt level, brown belt level, you know, like if we're not all on the same team, and even you sticking blue belts, so I'm trying to get forward on the next line, you know, like we like you guys too, okay? So what we really want is like a line of black belts out the front here as well. So when I started training, it was in this building, and we had like 10 meters of mat up that end. And since then, Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts has exploded in the last maybe 17 years. I've been training, and now there's a Jiu-Jitsu gym on every corner. And then before that, even more people were training, you know, like in small groups, and it was hard because we didn't have a black belt running class. We didn't have 3 black belts. You didn't have pro MMA fighters as coaches that we're currently competing. We didn't have tournaments for white belts, blue belts, and purple belts to test themselves every other month. So like you're now like swimming in a place that was really hard to navigate at the beginning. You know, my first coach didn't go away with me for like the first 4 fights. It was me and one of my friends, Stephen Cunnington, sitting in the back of a rugby league centre that didn't even wrap my hands. You know, just warmed up for it, treated it like it was another army mission. You know, like it was a real lonely and real difficult time. And you guys don't need that now. But if I hadn't started in this building, and if Fiona hadn't choked me out my first class, I probably wouldn't have realised as like a hefty young infantry soldier that like, oh, this jiu-jitsu stuff's worth learning. And when that happens, you either jump back on the mat and you're training and you go, oh, this is worth knowing. I just got kicked by a 5-foot woman, and I'm meant to be this big strong army man, and she choked the shit out of me, you know. I was like, this is terrible. What was that? How did I lose? You know, like when I was trying not to lose, you know, and that's kind of the process. And then when you become a blue belt, you think you've got it made, and then you're like, sweet, I'll be good now. And then you're still getting choked out, and it's still difficult, and then it doesn't stop at brown belt, and then it doesn't stop at black belt. I'm getting my ass kicked more now than I ever have. So I'm telling you, I'm sorry, it doesn't stop. You know, the suffering will always be there, and when you think it's stopped, you'll go travel somewhere, and there'll be like a blue belt that kicks your ass. So with that being said, it's probably time, instead of traveling the world for black belts, Fiona, come get your black belt, man. Now you got to have a cry speech so I don't feel so bad about mine being on the internet. Speech!
I can't swear, it's going to be on the internet.
You can do whatever you want, mate.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting this.
Just tell them what jiu-jitsu means to you.
It's everything, you know. Jiu-jitsu is my happy place. There was a time when it wasn't. I started and it was cool, and I didn't miss a class for an entire year. Did not know diddly squat, but I kept going, and I jumped on a bus and walked 5 kilometers, like literally, you know, walked 5 kilometers through the snow, but literally we get off the bus at Vincent, walk to the PCYC over at Aikenvale, and do class, and jiu-jitsu was like 1/3 of the class that I did 1 day a week, and it's like, this shit's cool. And so it's taken me all over the world. It's taken me to, Japan, Brazil, Philippines, Thailand, America, New Zealand. MMA, met so many awesome people like all you people, and There's like 3 people I haven't met yet that I have to meet. And there's faces I'm like, I don't know you. I need to find out your name. To forget it because I'm really bad with names because I have been hit in the head many times in MMA. Never knocked out, but hit in the head many times. It was pretty hard. Please don't watch the sidewalk fight. Yeah, thank you so much for Ian. Like I said, Jiu-Jitsu was my happy place, and then it became a place where I wasn't happy doing it for a long time, and I kind of had to stop for outside stuff, but I never actually stopped because I will tell this story that I carried my gear in the car for 2 years. I'm like, one day I'm going to walk into a gym and I want to be ready, but right now I can't. And it took me a heap of courage to actually, from when I left Australia and went to Thailand and trained over there, and then I came back to Townsville, and I'm like, I want to do jiu-jitsu, but I don't really want to go back to where my happy place was. The place that has kind of become toxic for me. It's like I don't want to go back to there. And I kind of searched around, had my gear in the car and sort of did some open mats, and then it's like, no, I'm going to go to Courage. And it kind of was really hard and confronting to walk in there as a purple belt who the last time they'd been on the mat had won a world championship, and came and got my ass handed to me by people that I choked out years ago. And so it took a bit of time for me to get used to, used to that and get over the ego of that. And now, I used to be as a blue belt, no one's gonna tap me ever, and now I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I can learn from you tapping me. I don't have to fight it all the time because it's a growing process. I'm rambling now, but I just want to say thank you to Ian and thank you